Trojan basketball is on the air. On the air. This is Countdown to Tip-Off for Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA Sports. Coming up, you're going to get a full preview of area games, analysis on this matchup, and keys to a Trojan win. Now let's head to the gym for Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KINA.
Well, after a whirlwind of about 24 hours, Southeast of Saline goes from playing games in Belleville against Republic County to staying closer to home and traveling into Abilene to take on the Abilene Cowgirls in a girls-only matchup. Hi, everyone, and welcome into Abilene High School Gymnasium. My name is Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. We will bring you a single game of Southeast of Saline girls varsity basketball this evening. Big Sam Pretty is producing and engineering. Last night, Southeast of Saline on the schedule to go to Belleville and play Republic County in a league contest. The weather, though, had something to say about that. Then schools were sent scrambling. Sacred Heart was supposed to play Beloit. That got scratched. Now Sacred Heart playing Chapman. Also, Southeast of Saline's supposed to go to Republic County. Now they're going to be in town to pick up a makeup date with the Abilene Cowgirls here in a girls-only contest. And, Tyler, it's always a challenge. But, again, I think hats goes off to everybody involved. We went from a stretch from, about 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock of not having any games. Going to play Friday, keep that date with Ellsworth. Now, wait a second, we might have a game. We're going to go to Abilene and play varsity girls games.
Devin, you're exactly right. I think it's easy from our side of fans' perspective to say, well, why don't you just play so-and-so? Why don't you call up so-and-so? And it becomes officials and, travel and who's playing, who doesn't play, who just had a 3-day tournament weekend, who didn't. I know there was a works with a lot of schools. There's a lot of conversations last night. And, again, hats off to Athletic Director Wayne Sager and, in Abilene for making this thing happen. It's never easy. Both teams just came off a tournament week, which is, kind of odd. This is kind of the traditional week this week right now for girls tournaments. Both of these teams played last week. So it was kind of a match made in heaven with a game that was lost earlier on in the season.
And that game, and you mentioned it, people might say, well, why wasn't it at Southeast of Saline? That's where the original day was supposed to be scheduled before it was scratched. Well, Abilene was supposed to be at home tonight against Concordia. They already had the personnel scheduled to come in, officials, stat keeper, table people, whatever you want to call them. And that's why we're here. So it's not bad. A little short trip. You get to be in the Abilene High School gym. This is the first time these two teams have hooked up since 2009. That was the Southeast of Saline's girls tournament. That game went into overtime, and Southeast of Saline got the victory. We have more for you coming up as we get ready for the inbounds and the start of this game. It's all brought to you by Comfort Heating and Air. We'll go over starters for you and some history of this contest. There's lots of little tidbits that we can go over as we get ready to inbound the ball and start this contest. 10 minutes away from the start, Southeast of Saline's girls on the road to visit Abilene right here on KINA.
For years, Comfort Heating and Air has installed home air purifiers that help reduce dust, pollen, and pet dander, helping with allergies and making your home a healthier place. But did you know we also carry a full line of indoor air quality products to protect your home or business against airborne bacteria and viruses? In fact, our systems are proven over 99% successful to reduce the COVID-19 virus in just 30 minutes and start at just $499. Finance and easy pay options available. Make your home the safest place it can be with proven clean air technology. From Comfort Heating and Air, the company that cares.
Salina Septic Services provides septic services including septic tank installation, inspection, and repair. In addition to professional septic tank services, we also provide portable restroom rentals. We have many options available, including his and hers portable restrooms and hand washing sinks. Setup, service, and removal are all part of our rentals. Whether you project a long-term construction job or a family gathering, we guarantee a clean porta potty. Find us today at salinasepticservice.com, proudly supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Loose ball on the floor, the referee signals jump ball, and the Trojans will gain the possession.
Hi, it's Flanell Garrettson with SalinaHomes.com. The real estate game can be a lot like basketball when you need to get the jump on the competition. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing, downsizing, or investing in rentals, commercial buildings, or delving into land or real property, I have the knowledge and the desire to help you get the jump on your real estate needs. Buy or sell, call Wendell at SalinaHomes.com.
At United Capital Management of Kansas, Inc., we have seen communities come together and businesses using creativity and ingenuity to not only survive during uncertainty, but thrive. At United Capital Management, we have a positive outlook for 2021 and look forward to assisting you with your financial plan. Our new location is 227 North Santa Fe in downtown Salina. Call United Capital Management today to schedule a meeting over the phone, on Zoom, or in person. 785-823-7900. or visit our website, ucmofkansas.com.
This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Welcome back in for a girls varsity matchup. Southeast of Saline in a makeup game here against the Abilene Cowgirls, about 7.5 minutes away from inbounds as we get ready to start this game. Setting courtside here behind the scorer's table. Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith, Vic Sam Pretty producing and engineering. There's going to be live stream video of this game right now on SalinaPost.com. Go to the sports section, find the story, and then click the link within the story, and you will find live streaming video of this contest as Southeast of Saline takes on the Abilene Cowgirls. That brought to you in part by Smart Insurance with 3 locations, one in Abilene, one in Salina, and also one in Harrington. Smart Insurance. Business, home, life, auto, commercial insurance. Call Smart Insurance for a free quote today and get started saving money on the coverage you deserve with Smart Insurance. Tyler, this game has a lot of interesting pieces in it. Of course, Southeast of Saline's head coach Shauna Smith grew up in Dickinson County playing for Hope. Her dad was there during that time, but then he had a little sabbatical here in Abilene, coaching for 6 years. He was an assistant on a coaching staff that was doing pretty well. Then he took over the reins and was the head coach for 3 years, from 2014 to 2017. During that time, Steve Reedy's Abilene Cowgirls were 50-18 and 27-3 in the North Central Kansas League. They won the league title outright 2 times and shared it the other time. Abilene also went to state under Steve Reedy 2 times in 2016 and 2017. They just missed state in 2015 and lost in the sub-state finale at Hayden. It's quite a resume for a couple of years, 3 years head coaching here for Steve Reedy. And you and I were talking, and I thought I knew the answer, but I just asked. I said, why did Steve leave Abilene? You said for the ultimate of all ultimates, and that was to be a grandparent.
It was, and I know that he took the job because there was a freshman job that needed to be filled, and Steve wants to be around the game, and he took that job, and then one thing led to another, and there was a head job that needed to be filled. And Steve had a lot of talent when he was here, but I think Steve brought that same discipline and structure that we've seen, kind of added to his daughter's team with Southeast Saline. And, Steve Reedy stepped away, probably a season away from 600 wins, which is obviously a monumental goal for any coach. As someone who's benefited from this, I was extremely happy that he did to be a grandpa. I have two of my children, for those of you who don't know, are Steve Reedy's grandchildren. But what a selfless act. He's not worried about numbers. He's worried about family and about commitment. And, it shines through with a selfless act like that. So coming into this gym is always a fun time. Coach Smith did her student teach at Abilene. She's coached some really good middle school teams in this gym. There's tradition in this gym. I know we got a 2-7 Abilene Cowgirls team, but you say Abilene Cowboys or Abilene Cowgirls, anyone in the state, it's a tradition-rich program that year in and year out is going to battle. Like we said, they might be down a little bit right now. Let's see where they are at the end of the season. We're only midway through. They dealt with some COVID issues. I always feel like Abilene's a team that's always sneaking up on people at the end of the year.
And what a great thing, too, to step away, be a grandparent, and still be involved in basketball. And that's what Steve Reedy has done. I have a lot of respect for him. I dealt with him quite a bit when I started out doing radio in and around Abilene. Of course, I did Abilene Cowboy and Cowgirl games, and this is a little bit different for me, too, because this is the first time I've been back in this gym since I stopped doing Abilene games full-time, other than maybe a couple of sub-state games when I was doing some other things. But it's quite the experience. I'm glad you're along, and I think we'll have a good game. I'm with you. This Abilene Cowgirl squad coming off of an SIT performance where they went 1-2. They got a victory against Wichita West on Saturday. Southeast of Saline, meanwhile, went 2-1 in the Sterling tournament. Their only loss was a loss to the number 1 ranked Sterling Black Bears in Class 2A, undefeated at the time. They did end up losing that championship game to Hugoton, so Hugoton comes out of the girls' side with the championship. The last game for Southeast, though, was a 40-26 victory over the Kingman Lady Eagles. That was a game where the Eagles pushed Southeast of Saline all the way into the third quarter before the Lady Trojans started to pull away. It was 8-8 at the end of the first quarter, 18-16 Southeast of Saline at the halftime break. 31-19 then, Southeast of Saline actually built a 13-point lead late in the third quarter before leading by 12 at the end of 3, and then held on to that lead and sealed it away 40-26 for the final. 6-5 now are the Southeast of Saline Trojans, and Sub-State now becomes a focus. I know we were talking about going to Belleville and playing Republic County. That would have been a league contest Now the focus kind of switches a little bit because now you're not looking at the league title and having that in front of you tonight. It's more of get out of here with a win and solidify even more your sub-state standings and try to move up that chart. Right now, Southeast of Saline, in a matter of about 10 days, Tyler, can go from being number 5 at the sub-state seedings up to a number 2.
Yeah, and I think you're right. And one thing that Coach Smith stresses is just it's without being so cliche. It's each game matters, and you don't look beyond the next game. And obviously, every win right now matters for our psyche. You never want to come into a place and lose. And anytime you can win a road game, that's just setting you up for what that potential, sub-state parent can be. And yes, every win is huge, and it is it's a different mindset. You go from wanting to take that road to what perhaps is going to be a league title. That's obviously the road that you want to take. To now it's a non-conference game. Let's be honest. How many 14 to 18-year-old players give a darn who they're playing? They want the ball rolled out. They want to go play, and that's how it should be. You take each game, each day for what it's worth, face value, and I think that's what Southeast is ready to do tonight. Again, they're able to play tonight, and 24 hours ago that wasn't a real possibility.
Abilene comes in 2-7 on the season. They're 1-4 in the NCKL. They're fresh off of a victory, as we said, in the SIT on Saturday, 49-15 over Wichita West. They've also beaten Chapman this year, 41-26. That's an opponent that Southeast of Saline will see next week as they tangle with the Chapman Lady Irish. Common opponents, both lost to Clay Center. 34-21 was the Abilene score in that game, so about the same margin of victory, and also Smoky Valley, where Abilene lost to the Lady Vikings 45-31. So two common opponents, two very similar margins of score if you want to compare apples to oranges in that sense that Southeast of Saline and Abilene have played two similar opponents. For Southeast of Saline, they come in 6-5, again 3-0 in league play. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with the Republic County games that were supposed to go on tonight. We probably think that those will not be rescheduled just because Republic County's had trouble getting games in, so they're looking at 3-game weeks anyway, and to add another game in there due to weather would probably overload their schedule. If there's a time in there where we can slip it in, I'm sure that's going to happen, and both the ADs, Brad Couture and Wayne Sager, will always be working on that, but I don't anticipate those games being made up with the Republic County Buffalo. So here we are on a Tuesday night in Abilene. It'll be the Lady Trojans and the Cowgirls as we go over starting lineups for the Abilene Cowgirls. 2-7 on the season. They're under second-year head coach Mike Leiby. 8-22 is his record in his second season. They will start Reagan Ditto, a 5'7 senior, averaging 3 points, 3 rebounds a game. Abby Lillard, a 5'7 senior, averages 12 points a game. She's the team's leading scorer and also grabs 3.5 rebounds. Jenna Hayes, a 5'9 junior in the starting lineup, averaging 7 points a game, also 4.5 rebounds and 2.5 assists. Allison Leiby, a 5'4 senior, 2 points, 6 rebounds. She's the team's leading rebounder. And Joy Clements, a 5'5 junior, averaging 1 point, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists per contest. Let's step away, take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans after this on KINA.
Furnace breakdowns never happen at a good time. Don't be caught off guard by the freezing temps ahead. Call Comfort Heating and Air now to make sure your furnace is ready. We sell American-made York products manufactured right here in the Midwest, so you'll get fast, friendly service without the wait. You can rely on the company that cares, Comfort Heating and Air.
You can rely on the company that cares. We're Comfort Heating and Air.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses acquire relief loans to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Get the advantage this preseason with Can-Equip Service Advantage. Their preseason readiness optimization program saves you money and is backed by genuine Case IH parts and service. Inspection savings, labor discounts, priority service, special financing, extended warranties, and volume discounts now through December 31st. Get Case IH and Can-Equip on your team by scheduling your equipment today. Call or visit Can-Equip in Salina.
Nowadays, everything's on our phones. So why not have access to your bank at your fingertips as well? With the First Bank Kansas mobile app, you can deposit checks, pay bills, and transfer money straight from your smartphone. You can bank from the comfort of your home and have 24-hour access to your money. First Bank Kansas makes mobile banking quick, secure, and convenient. Download the app today or give them a call at one of their locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, or Hutchinson. Member FDIC.
Stardust Trophy in downtown Salina is your full-service headquarters for trophies and awards for club and sporting events. But did you know Stardust Trophies also makes employee name tags with your company logo? They engrave executive awards like desk clocks and pen desk sets. They imprint artwork and photos on T-shirts, coffee mugs, mouse pads, even personal calculators. Stardust Trophy carries clear sports ball holders on wood bases for treasured or autographed balls from footballs to golf balls. Go to Full Service Stardust Trophy, 121 South Santa Fe, downtown Salina.
Okay, so insurance is something that we all need, but it really can be confusing. But did you know that there's an agency that you actually want to do business with? It's called Smart Insurance. The team at Smart Insurance can give you advice on what you need. And the most important part, they will help you understand everything related to your insurance coverage. Peace of mind and protection that you deserve. Smart Insurance, great to do business with and easy to find with 3 locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Get their number on Facebook and call them today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at the Abilene High School Gymnasium, Devin Haney, Tyler Smith, along with Sam Priddy, producing and engineering. David Hawksworth providing video, live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Glad you could join us. That's brought to you by Smart Insurance. The 3 locations, Abilene, Salina, and Harrington. Starting lineup for the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans under the direction of Shauna Smith. They will start. Carson Slazner, a 5'7" junior, the leading scorer on this team, averaging 14.5 points per game, also 5.5 rebounds and 2.5 assists. Eleniana Copeland, a 5'7" junior, averages 4.5 points per game, also 2.5 rebounds. Elena leads the team in steals with 30 on the season. Maddie Harris also in the starting lineup, the 5'5" freshman, averages 8.5 points per game, also a rebound and a half and an assist a half per contest. Mallory Pearson, a 5'6" junior, averages 5.5 points per game, also 4.5 rebounds, 23 offensive rebounds. She leads the team in offensive rebounding, does Mallory Pearson. And Avery Castleman, a 5'7" sophomore, averages 4.5 points per game and 2 rebounds for Southeast of Saline. Lady Trojans come in 6-5 on the season, looking to take out a team in Class 4A that plays in the NCKL. We got on their lineup. Let's do it again. Reagan Ditto, Abby Lillard, Jenna Hayes, Allison Livey, Joy Clements. 3 seniors, 2 juniors in the starting lineup. Tyler Smith, we defer to you now for our new image audio keys to success tonight against the Abilene Cowgirls.
Well, we know that Abilene, their strengths are inside. All right, they're not going to play great in the backcourt, and I think the strength for Southeast Saline is seeing what they can do, what kind of harassment they can provide, in a full court defensive pressure situation. Both teams are off 3 games last week. It's kind of a perfect matchup for Southeast Saline right now if their defense can hold up. We need to see how many easy buckets Southeast Saline can get right now. It's not about shooting the ball. It's about how many easy buckets you can get from transition, defensive rebounds. The 2 things we need to look at, easy buckets off turnovers and buckets off transitions off defensive rebounds. So if Southeast can win that battle any night, Captain Obvious here, it's going to be a good night for the Purple.
Abilene averages 23.5 turnovers a game. We'll see what Southeast of Saline's disruptive defense can do to the Cowgirls here tonight. We start off with Southeast of Saline with the basketball in their road purple jerseys. White numerals, white lettering, trimmed in black. Also a little bit of gray on there. Abilene in their home whites, trimmed in orange. Here's Slazner on the drive, out to Maddie Harris. She fakes a 3, now 2 left-handed dribbles into the paint. Puts up a 12-footer, that rattles out. No good. Looked to be dead on for Maddie Harris, but it falls out. Abilene has the rebound and goes the other way, and they turn it over. Trying to force it inside. Joy Clements will turn it over. It's taken away. Southeast now to the other end. Castleman to the free throw line, now kicking out to Slazner. Yana Copeland has an open look at a 3, and she drains it. Elena's been super aggressive lately behind the arc, and she starts this game out with a 3-pointer. Now a steal by Maddie Harris. This one, though, going to be taken away nearly by Abilene, but Harris will secure it. Southeast now on the attack. Slazner gets into the paint. She's going to lose the basketball, and a foul will be called trying to get the ball back from behind. Mallory Pearson guilty of the foul.
And I think that's one thing we saw from tournament week was the aggressiveness from Elena. And right there you see the first time she gets the ball, strokes the three. If Eleniana Copeland can get hot this stretch, again, this is that second and third scorer we've been looking for.
She started that last year at the Sterling tournament. Had a good tournament again this year. Here steal by Slazner near the timeline. Reagan Ditto, though, has it for Abilene on the right wing. They'll swing it around. Jenna Hayes has it, ball above her head. Now she takes 2 dribbles, little pick and roll opportunity. Bounces it off the fingertips of Abby Lillard out of bounds, and Southeast of Saline will take over. Lady Trojans lead here, just over a minute gone by. 3-0 our score. They lead on the strength of a Eleniana Copeland three-pointer. Here's a drive from the baseline, now into the paint. Avery Castleman loses the basketball. First turnover of the game for Southeast of Saline. Joy Clements with it. Now back to the middle of the floor. Allison Leiby, left wing now. Reagan Ditto. She nearly lost the ball. She will. Castleman gets it, but then she falls down off the bump, and they're going to call traveling against Avery Castleman. A lot of contact there, made her go to the ground, but a traveling violation whistled.
Hey, and you love to see it right there. We saw Castleman with the turnover down on the offensive side down here, fighting for a ball right there. Gets caught with a horrible turnover. I mean, it was a hustle play. She gets caught with the basketball. You love to see somebody trying to make up for it. An offensive mistake on the defensive side.
3-0 our score. Still that lone three-pointer by Eleniana Copeland, setting the tone here early on. Up high, Jenna Hayes with the basketball. 5'9" junior. Handling it primarily up at the point for Abilene. Now forced pass inside, taken away by Eleniana Copeland. Third turnover of the game already for Abilene. Southeast lost it momentarily. Now they recover it. Ends up with an Avery Castleman three-pointer that hits the backboard and then off the rim, no good. Eleniana Copeland, though, with the offensive rebound. Back into Castleman. Top of the circle, dead away. Slazner in and out, no good. High bounce on the rebound, and a rebounding foul will be called on the inside. Looks like it's going to go against Southeast.
And great hustle plays right there. We've seen right now Eleniana Copeland has made. She has defensive rebound, offensive rebound, always after those loose balls. Again, once you start scoring, all of a sudden those are things that Elena does nonstop, but those things become more and more habit when you're also contributing in the scoring column.
Avery Castleman got whistled with that foul. Second team foul for Southeast of Saline. 3-0 our score. Lady Trojans leading. Off the left-hand side, Jenna Hayes has the basketball. Guarded closely by Pearson. Now lob pass over the top to Leiby. Leiby drives baseline. Ends up bouncing it out now to Hayes. Three-pointer on the way. That's no good. Ball on the floor. 2 Southeast players and an Abilene player. It's Allison Leiby in the middle of a Carson Slazner, Mallory Pearson sandwich, and this will stay on the arrow here with Abilene.
Well, I guarantee you, and this is unscientific, but half the time that the basketball's on the floor, Mallory Pearson will be grabbing for it and diving for it. Mallory Pearson, every loose basketball she seems to be around, she seems to cause a lot of them. It's a good place for her to be.
Into the game, Sammy Stout, a freshman for Abilene, capable of hitting the three. Also into the game for Abilene. Well, that might have been it. Here's a drive to the free throw lane. Abby Lillard will be fouled. Lillard will go to the free throw line here. She shoots 56% on the season. 2 free throws coming up. A foul on Lexi Jacobson, who just checked in for Southeast. Third team foul for Southeast of Saline. Lillard's left-handed free throw is up and no good. .5:23 left to go here, first quarter. Second free throw on the way from Lillard is rattling in. Good. Abilene has their first points. Here comes Southeast quickly down the floor. Castleman with it on the right wing. Surveys the defense, now swings it around the perimeter. Maddie Harris has it. Harris tried to swing it through a defender. She's going to be tied up. Now a wild throw to the left-hand side. Eleniana Copeland saves it from going out of bounds. Now Maddie Harris on the attack. She goes to Slazner. And a moving screen is going to be called here against Maddie Harris. That'll be a turnover for Southeast of Saline and Maddie's first foul.
Well, it looked like Maddie just kind of got caught off guard. She didn't really know where she was. Tried to set in a screen for Carson coming across back up to the middle of the court. Got called for a blocking foul right there.
Full court pressure here for Southeast of Saline. So far they have not been able to get into that turnover mode with easy baskets that we spoke of in the pregame. There's a traveling violation that came from a late call from the official, but he did end up making it. Fourth turnover for Abilene.
And again, we discussed Stout coming into the game, somebody that can hit the outside shot. But you can see the freshman struggles a little bit right there with the full court pressure. As you said, the fourth turnover from Abilene.
They average 23 turnovers a game. this season under Mike Leiby as head coach in his second year. Here's a wild pass now that's tipped into the backcourt. Carson Slazner had it tipped away. Avery Castleman will chase it down. Castleman now brings it across the center stripe. She'll play it off to Maddie Harris. Harris now dances to the right-hand side to Slazner. Carson will pull the trigger from three. A high arcing shot that ends up being short, and the rebound pulled in by Reagan Ditto for the Cowgirls. Approaching the halfway mark of the first quarter. 4:22 left to go here in the first period. Sammy Stout has it, right-hand side of the Cowgirl offense. Now she tries to throw it along the baseline. It's going to be taken away by Slazner. Now Carson has it taken away by Reagan Ditto. Up the floor to Lillard. Now she'll pull it back out, play it through the hands of Ditto into Allison Leiby's hands. Now back up top for a reset and some calming influence from Jenna Hayes. Reagan gets set to the scorer's table. She'll check in for Southeast at the next whistle, and there it is as Abilene throws it away. 6 turnovers for the Cowgirls. A little bit concerning here early on, Tyler. You generate 6 turnovers from your opponent, but yet you don't have anything really to show for. You have a three-pointer in offense.
Without a doubt, and I think one of the big things is, with 24 hours of preparation, sometimes you just have to throw preparation out the window and go play basketball. It seems like, Southeast right now is trying to go station to station too much. Go out and play. Let your ability take care of itself. Take advantage of those turnovers we've talked about.
Abilene moving well in the 3-2 zone here early on. Reagan Getz drives into the paint, has her shot partially blocked. Southeast comes up with it, though, and a wild three up off the backboard is too strong, no good, and Allison Leiby will grab the rebound for the Cowgirls. 3:33 left to go here in the opening quarter. 3-1 Southeast of Saline, leading by 2. Allison Leiby with it. Now a lob pass inside to Hayes, and Hayes will be fouled as Reagan Getz jumped up, anticipating the shot. Foul on the floor. Abilene will inbound underneath their own basket.
As you said, Reagan rotated over. Everything seemed fine, and she did just jump a little bit early. She just stands there with her hands up with good defensive position. She's probably going to get a turnover from Abilene. Jenna Hayes didn't seem to have the basketball right there, but as she goes up, it's an easy foul to call for the officials.
Hayes will inbound now for the Cowgirls. Southeast of Saline looks to defend the rim here. They whip it into Lillard. Now around the horn we go. Clements has it. They try to get it to Jenna Hayes, and it's going to be slapped out of bounds by Eleniana Copeland. Abilene now will change their inbound spot right in front of the Abilene bench. Lillard will play it in. Actually, she'll receive it from the inbounds from Hayes. Now they'll play it around. Stout with a three-pointer. That's in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound. Abilene will have it. Clements on a 12-footer from the left baseline. That's no good. And now a backside rebound again for the Calbrook girls. Clements has it again. She'll try to force it inside and throw it away. Trying to be saved on the other side, and it cannot be as Reagan Getz brings it out of the fray for Southeast of Saline. Here comes Slazner up the floor. Eleniana Copeland all the way to the cup. Got the bump and the basket. An and-one opportunity coming up for Eleniana Copeland.
And a great play right there. Slazner sees Eleniana Copeland streaking to the basket. And maybe that's what you need. You just need to make some impromptu baskets right there. Rely on your athleticism, rely on your basketball skills, and see what happens.
Looks like Jenna Hayes will get the foul for Abilene. That's their first team foul. Elena to the free throw line. Mallory Pearson, Carson Slazner, Reagan Getz, Lexi Jacobson all on the floor along with Eleniana Copeland shooting the free throw, and she nails it. All 6 Southeast of Saline points coming from the junior Eleniana Copeland here in this game. She leads Abilene 6-1. Here's a steal now in the backcourt. Slazner goes to the cup for her first basket. And a foul called by the near baseline official. Southeast of Saline now starting to turn that defense into an offensive threat, Tyler.
Yeah, and we talked about how you want to rely on your press, but you can't rely on your press until you score. So, that's the biggest thing here. You get buckets, and then you can rely on your defense, and you see how it works.
You see that play out all the time, especially in college basketball. They're a really good pressing team. Well, what happens if you don't have a dead ball or you don't score to set your press up? That's a problem.
You're exactly right. Nolan Richardson, 40 minutes of help doesn't work unless you've got Corliss Williamson hitting buckets down low.
Clara Danifer, a freshman, checks in for Abilene. She'll inbound here. Get it into the hands of Alice Bathurst. Also in. She's a junior. Middle of the floor. Bathurst will work it now to the free throw line. She falls down. Plays it safely, though. Back to Allison Leiby. Now, that's easy for me to say. Now up top, Stout will try a three-pointer. Actually, that's Alice Bathurst, and it comes off the rim. Eleniana Copeland with a rebound for Southeast of Saline. Elena gets rid of her defender. Now back to the middle of the floor to Mallory Pearson. Here's Slazner driving. Eleniana Copeland took a jab step to the right, and they call a traveling violation. Not sure where that came from.
Yeah, no, look at Eleniana Copeland might have shuffled that left foot a little bit. We saw the jab step and the pump fake at the same time, just shuffled the left foot. But I'll tell you what, right now, you've got to love the amount of athletes that Southeast has on the court right now. Coach Smith is shuffling up those press looks right now. Looks like we're going full court man, just trying to put the pressure on the Cowgirls.
There's a few games that'll affect not having size, but I'm a lot like Shauna, and me and Coach Smith are about the same. You give me 5 guards, I'm fine.
Without a doubt. And there's always just athletes on the court. There's no one that clogs this team down, and I think she really enjoys having those amount of athletes out there.
Here's a 3 in transition by Eleniana Copeland. She drains it again. That came off of a rebound from Carson Slazner and an Abilene air ball. Full court pressure once again here for Southeast of Saline as the Lady Trojans starting to pour it on here. And now a traveling violation in the backcourt as Southeast of Saline leads 12-1. Abilene trying to call a timeout, or did they? One official called traveling, and the other official said a timeout, and I think everybody right now is confused on where we're at.
And I think they're going to give him the travel, and the great thing, it was Eleniana Copeland playing full court defense after hitting the 3.
So now they will wave the time off out of there. Southeast will have the ball after the turnover. That's number 8 for Abilene. Maddie Harris comes back into the game for Southeast. Starters on the floor right now, other than Castleman, for Lexi Jacobson. Here's a little give and go between Yana Copeland and Jacobson, and Elena scores again. Boy, she is off on a tear here scoring the ball for Southeast. Full court pressure again, and now a timeout taken by Abilene. Southeast has Abilene in a bad spot here. It's 14-1, and things starting to snowball really quick. 1:20 left to go. You're listening and watching to Southeast of Saline Lady Trojan basketball as they take on the Abilene Cowgirls, and it's brought to you by Smart Insurance on KINA.
You're telling me your driver turns you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
The switching defenses I do love. That's one thing about Southeast of Saline on the ladies' side. A timeout called to get out of the full court pressure for Abilene. Come out of the timeout now in a 1-3-1 half-court trap.
Well, I love the buy-in. I mean, you know, these girls, they love playing defense, and you can see it with the way they're running around.
There's a good give inside, a little give and go between Reagan Ditto and Jenna Hayes. Hayes will score the basket, and she was fouled. Southeast of Saline a little late coming over on rotation, and Abilene will have their first field goal of the night, and a foul will be called against Southeast of Saline.
And obviously, as soon as I say that, we see a hole in the defense. But again, you know, it's the buy-in that you get from the girls. They understand that if they're playing hard defense, they're going to get easy buckets on the other side. And you tend to see that year in and year out from these Southeast Saline girls.
A foul was the second foul on Maddie Harris here in the first quarter. So she'll go to the bench with 1:09 left. Free throw up and missed by Hayes. Rebounded by Jacobson. In the corner, Avery Castleman has it. Now she'll play it to Slazner. Low crossover between two defenders. Puts up a shot on the run. That's no good. Hayes has the rebound for Abilene. Under a minute left to go. First quarter, 14-3. Abilene with a deficit to crawl out of here as Southeast of Saline was doing their best to bury him. A 13-point advantage. As Abilene comes away empty. Now Slazner has the basketball up top between the circles. Still in that 3-2 zone, the Abilene Cowgirls are. Let Jacobson tries a fadeaway on the left-hand baseline. That's no good. Now 30 seconds left to play here in the first. With the ball, Sammy Stout. She'll dump it off to the right-hand side to Alice Bathurst. Bathurst wants to drive baseline. Now she plays it back up top to Ditto. 19 seconds left to go. Reagan Ditto now skip pass through the D to Abby Lillard. Her three-pointer's an air ball. Goes out of bounds. Will give Southeast of Saline 12.7 seconds left to get to the other end.
Well, and Devin, I know we're only in the first half, but you know what I love seeing from Elena is Elena's playing a great perimeter game right here. But then we go to the defensive side. She's got Jenna Hayes, and she's trying to, you know, she's muscling up. There's elbows. She's guarding Jenna Hayes. on the post on there. It's not an easy matchup for anyone, let alone someone who's normally playing the perimeter.
Jacobson trying to feed it inside to Yana Copeland. It'll be batted out of bounds. 2.5 seconds left here for Southeast to do something. They'll have it along the baseline, closer to the corner than they are their basket right now. This will be a catch-and-shoot opportunity probably. Yana Copeland setting up. She'll go way up high to Castleman. Castleman gets three-pointer on the way. It won't go. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Southeast of Saline got it going late as they lead 14-3 at the end of one. Back with second quarter action after this. You're listening to Lady Trojan Basketball, brought to you by Smart Insurance on KINA.
Generations of confidence, relationships for life. Since established in business in 1887, the Bank of Tuscany has built its reputation on personal service and community promotion. Family owned and locally operated in communities of Tuscany, Lincoln, Saline, and Lynchburg, the Bank of Tuscany strives to provide customers with a competitive array of loan and deposit products that aid in their financial success. Visit us today and see why so many people have helped the Bank of Tuscany become one of the strongest banks in Kansas. Bank of Tuscany, member FDIC.
We're growing your way. We're the Bank of Tuscany.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Devin Haney, Tyler Smith back here at Abilene High School. Girls varsity contest. Southeast of Saline used an 11-0 run in that first quarter to take a 13-point lead. They do lead by 11 at the end of the first. As we start the second quarter, Southeast of Saline with the basketball in a 14-3 lead. Brielle Potacik is into the game for the first time. Here's a design play out of the timeout. Slazner whips it inside to Castleman. Out to Potacik. Three-pointer on the way. Just misses left. And a rebound taken in down low by Abilene's Jenna Hayes. Up the court we go to Abby Lillard. Lillard threatens the basket, but Potacik there to shut her off. Now top of the circle to Leiby. Back over to left-hand side to Lillard. Lillard now back to Leiby. Those two playing catch from the left wing back to the top of the circle. Reagan Ditto thought about a three, but now she's going to dump it inside to Hayes. Hayes can't get the basket to go, and then a rebounding foul will be called on the junior Jenna Hayes for Abilene.
And again, another great job just getting rebounding positioning from Elena right there. Forces Hayes to go over her. That's going to be a big foul on Hayes. It's going to be difficult to see where this offense goes, and defensively how Abilene can go with Hayes having two fouls.
Good defensive effort by Southeast of Saline in that first quarter, only yielding one field goal and a free throw. Slazner playing catch on the left-hand side of the offense for Southeast of Saline with Avery Castleman. Now Brielle Potacik tries to throw it in to Yana Copeland, and a gambling Allison Leiby comes out and takes it away. Fourth turnover for Southeast of Saline in this first half. 1 minute gone by here in the second quarter. There's a three-pointer unleashed now by Abby Lillard. That's no good. And Avery Castleman gets the rebound. Might have set a record here in the first 9 minutes so far for air balls on both ends.
Bad backdrop. Maybe we only knew about this game 20-odd hours ago. Yeah, we have. It hasn't been great. It hasn't been pretty by any means.
Carson Slazner unleashes a three from the left-hand side. That's too strong, no good. And a rebound by Abby Lillard inside.
Well, I think with that said, Devin, I think Coach Smith needs to see more buckets. There's been zero penetration. These shots that Southeast Saline's putting up right now, they can get at any point of the possession, work some offense, try to penetrate, and see what you can get out of that. That's the one thing you got to be disappointed in right now.
Lob pass to the inside to Abby Lillard, and there will be a foul called on the floor. Looks like maybe either Slazner or Potacik will be guilty of the foul here. It'll be Southeast of Saline's 7th team foul. It'll be on Brielle Potacik and end up in a 1-on-1 situation. Coming up for Abby Lillard, the leading scorer on this Abilene team. Senior averaging 12.5 points per game. She has one free throw so far in this one. She'll have a chance at a couple of more. Front end of the 1-and-1 is up, no good. Yana Copeland with the rebound. Clara Danifer's back into the game for Abilene. Avery Castleman with it. Now Yana Copeland in the middle of the floor. They come to the right-hand side. Maddie Harris back to the middle to Yana Copeland. Southeast needs to get settled here. Now they're in a 4-out-1 inset. Mallory Pearson along the baseline. Now back to Yana Copeland. Slazner with it, playing catch. Castleman will drive to the free throw line. Now she'll get in trouble a little bit and pitch it out to Eleniana Copeland. Slazner with a three. Too strong, no good. Long rebound all the way out near the scorer's table. And Eleniana Copeland will chase it down. Now to Castleman. Back over to Piercy. As you said, Tyler, earlier on, the Southeast team right now seems content playing catch around the perimeter. There's really no penetration into this defense.
When we discussed Abilene's length, and you see it, you see it right now. They come out and they can play that zone. They're lengthy. They're tough to penetrate in. You see right there a bizarre call with Mallory Pearson getting tied up at the basketball and called for a travel down low on the baseline. But they provide difficulties. If you can't beat them in transition, they're going to cause problems for your half-court offense.
Abilene in that zone, but a lot of times you get to drive into the heart of it, make the zone collapse down for a kick out. Here's a pass now slapped out of bounds by Castleman. It's on the far side. And Abilene will inbounds with Clara Danifer on that far sideline. Danifer looking, plays it into the backcourt. Sammy Stout has it. Stout steps between two Southeast defenders, now gets rid of it to Jenna Hayes. Hayes, a spin move, trying to get rid of Eleniana Copeland defensively. Takes her to the middle of the paint, bounces one off the top of the backboard. And now here comes Southeast off the rebound. Maddie Harris with it. Crosses between her legs, now goes over to Eleniana Copeland. And a three-pointer, too strong, no good. Hayes with the rebound. Both these teams shooting like the weather outside. It's pretty cold right now. The second, it is a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Southeast of Saline basketball brought to you by Smart Insurance on KINA.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
Hi, this is Sarah
and Addison
from the Mary Maid's office in Salina and Abilene. We would like to thank our friends and customers for your business, and we look forward to serving you this year. If 2021 includes plans for a new home, call us. Save time and stress less. Mary Maids will help you clean your old home when you leave, as well as your new home before you get there. Happy New Year to everyone from Mary Maids in Salina and Abilene.
Find us on Facebook or at marymaids.com.
Mary Maids, relax. It's done.
Work hard, play hard. Good luck, Trojans from Roselawn Memorial Park in Salina. To learn more, visit roselawnssalina.com.
Back to action now, the Abilene full timeout. Abilene has the basketball. Hayes trying to back it down. Eleniana Copeland there solid defensively. Now a kick out to Stout. Her three-pointer comes up as an air ball. And a rebound underneath the basket by Allison Leiby. Abilene working hard right now, but this team has kind of been their story all season long. They just have trouble scoring. And they are having all kinds of trouble right now. They just seem really out of sync, unsure what to do offensively. Here's a shot up from the right-hand elbow. That's no good. Lexi Jacobson there on the rebound for Southeast of Saline. Lexi comes off the bench and averages 5 rebounds a contest in her freshman year.
5 rebounds and just pure energy no matter what she does.
There's a shot put up by Avery Castleman from 3. Carson Slazner in there working against a couple of Cowgirls for the rebound, and a foul will be called on Abilene. This will be their 4th team foul. Let's see who gets it. It will go against Allison Leiby. Her first.
Well, and Devin, I think this Tuesday's traditionally a day off, and after a tournament week, and I think we're starting to see why.
I talked about that a little bit when we were exiting Sterling, how scheduling-wise it was a little strange that we were scheduled to go to Belleville tonight, just because usually that's a recovery day as Eleniana Copeland shoots at three-pointers. I talk right through it. Boy, she is off to a great start. 14 points for Elena. That is a new season high for her. She just set that season high against Hutch Trinity in the first round of the Sterling tournament with 13. Now a takeaway by Carson Slazner on the defensive end. Abilene doing a lot better job taking care of the basketball. They had 9 turnovers in the first quarter. But Southeast of Saline breaks away and gets a right-handed layup out of Lexi Jacobson, her first basket of the night. The Southeast lead now has ballooned to 13. And still, Southeast pitching a shutout here in this second quarter. Hayes with the basketball. Fades off to the right-hand side out of the middle of the floor. Gives it up, now gets it back. Drop step in the center of the lane, and a little nickel and dimer foul is going to be called here against Southeast of Saline. Everything should clear up in time as Avery Castleman gets that foul. That's her second, 8th team foul. A 1-and-1 coming up for Hayes, but everything should clear up in time, and weather should be acceptable for their home date on Friday. Southeast of Saline will be back at home to enter league play against the Ellsworth Bearcats. First chance this year we've had a chance to see Ellsworth.
Well, I think, you always, we've talked about it at length. You put focus on different games. We, as the media, we as, staff, coaches, blah, blah, blah. Players don't care. They want to go play. They don't care who they're playing. They don't care if they're playing right after a game, a tournament, as a 3 was missed by Eleniana Copeland. They want to play.
Lena missed the 3 off transition, trying to get another one and add to her 14-point total. Abilene comes away. They shoot a 3. That's no good. Southeast back the other way. 2:29 left to go before halftime. And a steal that's beautifully done by Allison Leiby. I don't know how she got on the brakes in time. Didn't travel and didn't step out of bounds. But she was able to take that away from Southeast of Saline for the 6th time. Now down low, Clara Danifer trying to get a basket. Now she's going to be shut off. They'll kick it out. 3-pointer on the way for Abilene's no good. Slazner climbs the ladder for the rebound. 2:05 left to play here, first half. Carson up the floor to Eleniana Copeland. Skip pass over to Pearson on the far side. Back to Carson Slazner now. Here's Brielle Potacik for a 3. That's too strong, no good. Battle on the backside near the baseline between Pearson and Slazner. Hayes trying to get out of that trap, and she does with a pass up the sideline to Reagan Detto. Danifer now has it in the middle of the floor. She gets it to Stout. Now back to Danifer. Clara misses the lay-in. And now a timeout called by Shauna Smith. Chance to maybe calm things down here a little bit and take advantage of the last 97 seconds of the half. 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. 19-4. Southeast of Saline leads this one against Abilene here on KINA.
Salina Regional's Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is your home field advantage. Led by orthopedic surgeons Drs. Timothy Hawks and Travis Rump and sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle, along with an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists, we are ready when you need us to help prevent injuries, enhance performance, or to heal through surgery and rehabilitation. For area athletes to weekend warriors, the home field advantage starts at Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Back here at Abilene's High School Gymnasium, 19-4 our scores. We work our way through a makeup varsity girls contest. Southeast of Saline leads by 15. Maddie Harris back into the game. She'll take the floor along with Brielle Potacik, Reagan Getz, Mallory Pearson, Carson Slazner. Harris with the ball right now. Yo-yo dribble, skips it over the top of the defense to Getz on the left wing. Now into the paint to Slazner. Back up high to Harris. Harris will play it over to Potacik, who had the ball slip through her hands, now trying to get a tie-up. And they will go to the arrow, and it's Abilene basketball. 7th turn. Well, now they're going to reverse that and say it's Southeast of Saline's. It'll stay on their offensive end.
When we're starting to see Slazner used in that high post against the zone, I think Coach Smith's just trying to do anything she can to get the basketball to Slazner in scoring positions that's not 22 feet out. Abilene continues to extend that zone. It's a tough zone to penetrate right now, with Southeast just not having that edge, not having that want to drive into it. Maybe at halftime some things will happen, but you got to get Slazner the basketball.
Carson on the inbounds. Now she goes running from one baseline to the other. Back to Brielle Potacik now, Maddie Harris. Southeast might play for one last shot here with a minute left to go before halftime. They're in control so far, 19-4. Reagan Getz has it now on the right wing. Back to Brielle Potacik. Now to Harris. She steps through 2 defenders, goes off the window, a little too strong, no good. And the rebound will be taken in by Joy Clements for Abilene. Here comes the Cowgirls up the right-hand sideline. Reagan Ditto with it. Now she holds it. Looking inside, nothing working there as Grace Randall's trying to post up. Now they force it in there, poked out momentarily by Reagan Getz. 35 seconds left to go. Here's a drive and a kick out to Clements for 3. Too strong on the three-pointer. That won't go. A couple of bodies hit the deck as looked like Harris and Clements got tied up, and now Abilene will turn it over. Southeast will have 26 seconds left to go before the break.
Well, 26 seconds left. Coach Smith's getting her offensive firepower back in, bringing Castleman and Yana Copeland back in. obviously this seems like a play for one situation, but you never know if you get an easy bucket right away. If you want to get into that press and see if you can get another, we'll see how that goes.
Southeast will inbound in here after a slight delay. Coach Smith tells her girls to slam on the brakes, and let's waste a couple of seconds before we get things started. Down to 17 seconds now. Maddie Harris has the basketball. Triple drive handoff to Carson Slazner. Clock now down to 10. Harris back to Slazner in the middle of the floor. Clock down to 7. Eleniana Copeland on the left wing. Clock down to 4. She gives it up to Maddie Harris. Back to Slazner. Slazner shoots a shot. Might have gotten fouled. And that one comes off the window too hard. 19-4. Our score here at the break. Southeast of Saline. Its biggest lead was 16. Now it's 15 as we head to the intermission. Come back. We'll have numbers for you. Also, talk about what the Southeast of Saline guys accomplished in the Sterling tournament. Have scores from around the area. Not a lot of games going on tonight, but there are a few. I'll have an update on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard for you as well. We're at halftime of the girls' contest here. 19-4 is our score. Southeast of Saline leads Abilene here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
One call will do it all. With Will, there's a way.
If you stand in front of your electrical panel and you see the old type screw-in fuses or breakers that haven't even been made since the 1950s, maybe it's time you give Will Electric a call and let me come out and give you an estimate to update your electrical service. Call Will Electric, 823-8286.
One call will do it all. With Will, there's a way.
Don't get caught on empty. Fill up on all your basic needs at Asaria Oil and Hardware. We want to be sure all our Trojans are fueled up for the big game. Whether you're on the field or in the stands, start with a full tank of gas for your car or your belly. Get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough stamina to get that Trojan win. Asaria Oil and Hardware, located in Asaria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
Home matters. That's why at Kansas Wesleyan, we've offered new scholarships designed to help you get a great education right here in Salina. The Saline County Scholarship is a $70,000 award for any new undergraduate student who resides in or comes from a school in Saline County. There's also the Ad Astra Scholarship, a $60,000 award for any new students who are Kansas residents. For more information, please visit kwu.edu/admissions. That's kwu.edu/admissions.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at Abilene High School Gymnasium, 19-4, our score here at the break as we enter the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories Halftime Report. Leading all scorers for Southeast of Saline is Eleniana Copeland. 11 points in that first quarter. She hits halftime with a new season high of 14. Carson Slazner with 3. Lexi Jacobson with 2. Abilene, Jenna Hayes with 3. Abby Lillard with 1. Southeast of Saline 1 of 1 from the free throw line, while Abilene's 2 out of 6. Abilene has 11 turnovers. Southeast of Saline with 6. Tyler, your thoughts on the first half?
Devin, it wasn't pretty. I mean, there's really no way to go about that. And I think it shows you where we are with this program. I mean, it's 19-4. You're up by 15 against Abilene. And I guarantee you that Coach Smith is spitting absolute fire in that locker room right now. She's a 15-point lead, and there's not one thing about that she's happy about. We've seen, very little offensive, fluidity. But I'll tell you the one thing that always travels is defense. And anytime you can hold a team to 4 points and only, 1 field goal in the first half, you got to be happy with that. But I think, we discussed that earlier. It's how many buckets can you get in transition? How many easy buckets can you get off your press? And unless you're making a lot of field goals, you're not going to get the opportunity to press. And, with all due respect to where we are, you have to – I think Coach Smith has to be kind of, fortunate to say that we're at Abilene right now in a down year, because any other year this isn't a 19-4 ball game. Hoping that things come out. It's not a score thing. It's about getting your ducks in a row for a run in the second half that potentially leads to a postseason run. And I know that again, a 15-point lead you can't be disappointed with, but it's not about what's on the scoreboard. It's all about that journey. As cliche as it is, that coaches say. So it'll be interesting to see what this team comes out like in the second half.
19-4, our score here at the break. When we come back on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, we'll have some scores for you from around the area. There's a couple of games going on tonight along the I-70 corridor. Really nothing going on north of I-70, but there are a few games going on between here and Saline. We'll get you updated on those. Also, get you an update on the Southeast of Saline guys. When we come back, 19-4, Southeast leads it at the break here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Suburban Appliance Center is your official dealer for Traeger grills. Check out this 6-in-1 versatile unit that grills, bakes, smokes, roasts, braised, and barbecues. Suburban is your exclusive dealer for the Traeger Timberline series, and they have your Traeger spices too. Suburban Appliance Center, they are locally owned and they offer appliance brands like Amana, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, and of course Maytag. Suburban also offers exceptional service. Suburban Appliance Center, 1900 South 9th.
Hi, this is Amanda with Accessible Home Care. Accessible Home Care is proud to be your locally owned Central Kansas home health agency. We are proudly serving patients within 100 miles of Salina from our Salina, Junction City, and Minneapolis offices. Whether it be skilled nursing or therapy needs or helping our patients with day-to-day tasks, call us today to learn more about how our services can keep you or your loved ones healthy at home. Check out our website at accessiblehc.com. Accessible Home Care, where our communities are our priority.
At home or on the road, K4 Garage will keep you moving. With over 12 years of mechanic experience, owner Nick Trout will diagnose and repair your engine to keep you in the game. Full-service gas, diesel, or tires. K4 Garage also has a fully stocked convenience store with snacks and drinks. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, Saturday from 9 until 3. Trust K4 Garage with keeping you on the road. And if it has oil, they can change it at K4 Garage in Gypsum.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at halftime on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report. A couple of scores to pass along to you on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Hillsboro girls lead Marion 13-1 at the end of the first quarter. Other girls' scores, these are final. Sacred Heart tonight, they beat Chapman 62-38. That was a game a lot like this when Sacred Heart was supposed to play Beloit tonight. I'm not sure what Chapman was supposed to do. Maybe they were supposed to go up north, maybe to play Marysville or something. I'm not quite sure about that. But both those games got postponed because of weather, so they hooked up. Sacred Heart now playing Chapman tonight. Sacred Heart beat the Chapman Lady Irish in that game 62-38. And also Salina South's girls tonight, they hold off Bueller. They win by 9, 41-32. Our score here at the break, 19-4. Southeast of Saline leads the Abilene Cowgirls. Back with third quarter action after this 2-minute timeout here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Exit 14 Restaurant in Gypsum, Kansas is cooking up something amazing today. Whether you want to order from our menu or try one of our delicious daily specials, Exit 14 adding a salad bar to their mix. Try one of the scrumptious desserts. Exit 14 is open for lunch Tuesday through Saturday and dinner Thursday through Saturday. Head out to try Prime Rib Night last Saturday of the month and open for Chicken Dinner Day on the first Sunday of the month. Exit 14, 512 Maple, Gypsum, Kansas. Good food, good people, great time.
When it's time to get your vehicle winterized, Home Automotive Center in Abilene and Saline are here to take care of you. Those harsh winter conditions are just around the corner, and you don't want to get caught unprepared. We'll thoroughly check everything from wiper blades, fluid levels, and brakes to tires, heaters and defrosters, making sure your vehicle is safe and ready for winter. And with 2 locations, we're always close by to serve you. Come get your vehicle checked today at either Home Automotive Center location. You'll be glad you did.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Tyler, your thoughts on that first half and what the keys to success are here for Southeast of Saline as we move into the second half, brought to you by New Image Audio.
Well, again, continue the defense that you're going, but you got to get buckets off that defense. We can't see the offense slow down and get staled and get stalled out by this Abilene zone. Coach Smith wants to see these girls get out and run, and I know you're up 15, but you got to work on things. And, right now it's seeing the ball go through the bucket. Let's get Schlesner out and running. Let's get Pearson some buckets. Let's get Castleman out for some open threes. Copeland, continue doing what you're doing. Copeland is having that type of statement game right now that you need from an upperclassman in a night where, there could be tired legs and tired bodies after 3 games last week.
I love the scoring for this Southeast team. Abilene starts out with it here to start the third quarter. They'll try a 3-pointer. That one hits the backboard, then the rim. Hayes gets the rebound. Stick back for her is no good, and now a foul will be called on the inside, I believe, against Southeast of Saline. But the offensive threats right now for Southeast of Saline, it could be anybody. It's almost like you have 8 jack-in-the-boxes there that you're seeing which one will go off at what time and who's going to have almost 20 points on any given night.
Well, you're exactly right. Every team you see, there's going to be an emphasis on Carson Schlesner. They're not going to let her get hers. But who else do you shut down?
Right.
I mean, you're exactly right. What a great analogy of the jack-in-the-box.
Here's a shot put up on the inside, and another foul called against Southeast of Saline as Abby Lillard went towards the baseline. She will be fouled, and Southeast of Saline all of a sudden has 2 team fouls. This one will go against Mallory Pearson. The first one against Avery Castleman is her 3rd.
Well, a great little play by Abby Lillard right there. Gets the ball in the bottom block, and instead of dishing it out, goes strong to the bucket. The lefty's now at the free throw line for 2.
First free throw's up and missed. So far, Abby Lillard is 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 1 point for her. She is Abilene's leading scorer at 12.5 points a game.
One thing we say it all the time, we just saw Lexi Jacobson entered into the game, and this shot of energy that she gives this team, just, subconsciously, she has no idea. She only has 1 speed. Let's see what happens right here.
Pearson jerks the rebound down for Southeast of Saline, and here's the Lady Trojans now off and running. Up top with the basketball, Maddie Harris with it. Harris back to the right-hand side to Schlesner, who wants the direct traffic. Schlesner with the finger out. And now pass for Eleniana Copeland inside for Jacobson is deflected and taken away by the Cowgirls. 7 turnovers for Southeast of Saline. Quickly inside. And it's going to be a bucket and a foul for Abby Lillard. So it looks like the objective for Abilene to start this second half is to get Lillard the basketball.
Well, again, a great design. Lillard gets the ball in the block. Naturally, a lefty goes up strong with the right hand. And, gets the contact and has the end-one opportunity.
Southeast having a little bit of foul trouble mount here. Avery Castleman went to the bench with 3 fouls. Mallory Pearson just picked up her 3rd. Lillard's free throw is up and in. So she got the 3-point play, and Abilene starts out here on a little bit of a run of 3 points. It's 19-7. The Southeast of Saline lead, which once grew to 16 midway through the second quarter. 1 minute gone by here in the third. Southeast lost the basketball, and it goes the other way. Official on the sideline, you can tell he had no idea where that basketball came from or who it was off of. He looked at his partner for help, and there was none there either.
seemed to be some confusion, but it didn't like anybody was near Mallory when she lost that basketball, so no complaints from either side.
Clements with it up top for Abilene. She's going to drive all the way to the cup. Now throw it out along the baseline into the corner to Reagan Ditto. Back around the horn we go. Lillard has it now, top of the circle to Jenna Hayes. Hayes looking at Lillard again, who's trying to aggressively post Jacobson inside. Lexi Jacobson in there, fighting for her life right now, junior against freshman. Here's a little drive by Hayes along the baseline. She gets stuck. And Reagan Ditto will come over to help out. Now Clements in the corner. Fires a pass inside to Lillard. She gets underneath the defense again. This time misses the shot, and Jacobson will clear the way for Southeast of Saline. Now the rebound for Lexi. Off to Carson Slazner. Slazner on the right wing to Maddie Harris, and Mallory Pearson received the pass from Harris, took a big step back, and that step landed her right on the baseline. So second turnover here for Southeast of Saline.
Well, and Devin, you're exactly right. It looks like Abilene's looking to get the ball to Abby Lillard, and offensively she can do things. A natural lefty is strong down low. We've seen her shoot a lot from the outside, but gosh darn, she gets the ball down on the block. She's strong and knows what to do with it.
Full court pressure now for Southeast of Saline. A ball poked away by Eleniana Copeland. She has to save it along the sideline. Now it pops up in the air, and it goes to Clements. Up the floor to Lillard, who was staying back, and she was playing the safety against that press, the forward girl against the press, and she's going to go ahead and score. And a big flurry here by the Cowgirls, a 5-0 to start the third quarter. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it. 5:46 left to go here in the third. Abilene comes out of the locker room strong on KINA.
The winter season may be here, but paintball fun is still waiting for you at Elite Sports. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, located 5 miles south of Salina, is open for special winter hours. Get the group together and visit Elite Sports on Saturdays and Sundays this winter from 11 until 4. Elite Sports features low-impact paintballs for the beginners or little ones, so everyone can have more fun. Visit them online at SalinaPaintballComplex.com. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, open and waiting for you this weekend.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Friday, we will be back home against the Ellsworth Bearcats, then a busy week next week with games against Sacred Heart at home and Chapman on the road. That's the next 3 dates for Southeast of Saline's boys and girls. Of course, Bryson Flax and his guys in nights against Republic County. They'll be back on their home floor Friday. Southeast of Saline with the basketball here. They go high post to Lexi Jacobson. Now out to Eleniana Copeland for 3. That's too strong, no good. Ball on the floor. Maddie Harris in there wrestling with a cowgirl. And the arrow will keep it here. Southeast of Saline, they'll inbound underneath their own basket. Slazner sets inbound underneath the baseline. Plays it into Eleniana Copeland. Now Harris. Maddie Harris takes a couple of dribbles to her right. Now back to Slazner. Three-pointer on the way. She canned it. Carson Slazner gets her first three-pointer of the game. Only her second field goal in this one. She has 6. Remember, back in the first quarter, she had a bucket and a free throw to tacked onto that.
And let's get Carson going. I think that's, that'll always get the offense going anytime you get Carson. Looks like they missed a travel there. Get Carson going. Let's see what happens.
So Abilene pulled it within 10. Now a three-pointer by Slazner. Abilene back to their offensive end. Lillard had a look inside. Jacobson bothered that one. Now she has the rebound. She'll pull it out and shoot a 3. That's no good. Loose ball picked up by Eleniana Copeland. Now back takes a bounce off the floor. Maddie Harris will pick it up. Harris looking for Slazner. Now Carson has the basketball. Long pass up the floor to Pearson. Pearson trying to whip it inside to Jacobson. Right idea and good defense there by Reagan Ditto streaking down the floor.
When we saw that, when Southeast got the rebound down here, Maddie Harris got it, and there was 4 Abilene Cowgirls around her, and you can hear Coach Smith yelling, go, 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 go. All you got to do is get the ball up the court. I know it's a difficult situation when you got the ball in your own backcourt and you have 4 defenders around you, but you get the ball up, you've got numbers.
Off the inbounds, Harris has it near the timeline between the rings, center of the floor. She'll go right-hand side to Eleniana Copeland. Elena's going to drive, now throw a wild pass out that Carson Slazner has to chase down near the timeline. Now turns into a 2-on break. Harris with it. She flips it out into the corner to Pearson. We approach the halfway mark of the third quarter. Lob pass over everything to Eleniana Copeland. Slazner somehow found her teammate down along that baseline, and she was smacked in the head as she went to shoot. Elena will go to the free throw line for 2.
When you started thinking that Southeast was getting a bit dangerous trying to throw over that zone, but Slazner looks like Mahomes to Kelsey there. Great catch by Eleniana Copeland, who now has a chance for 2 free throws.
Libby on the foul. That's her second. Eleniana Copeland at the free throw line. Drains the first. 15 for her. Alice Bathurst back into the game. Also into the game for Abilene is Grace Randalls. Sammy Stout also in, so the only two that stay for Abilene are Abby Lillard and Jenna Hayes. Second free throw by Eleniana Copeland. Hit every part of the rim twice, and then it fell in. Boy, that was around the world a couple of times. That one got good gas mileage and then falls home. She has 16. 4:13 left to play here in the third. 23-9. Southeast of Saline has extended this lead now after it was closed down to 10. Back up to 14 points. Full court pressure from the Lady Trojans. They still have Lillard in the backcourt, and Abilene has to call a timeout to break the 10 count. A 30-second timeout, we'll take it. We're halfway through the third. 4:04 left to go here in the third session. 24-9. Southeast of Saline leading Abilene. It's brought to you by Smart Insurance.
When termites strike your home or business, you want to fight back with the best. Hasman Termite and Pest Control to the rescue. With over 57 years experience, they offer the best of options, including the new BASF High Precision Injection Treatment. Don't let termites get you down. With one phone call to Hasman's, they can put one in the win column for you. Call Hasman Termite and Pest Control today or visit HasmanTermite.com and follow them on Facebook. Work hard, play hard. Good luck, Trojans from Roselawn Memorial Park in Salina. To learn more, visit RoselawnSalina.com.
Devin Haney, Tyler Smith back here, third quarter, halfway through. 4:04 left to play. Southeast of Saline on a little 4-0 run after Abilene came into the locker room full of mustard. Full court pressure here from Southeast of Saline as Abilene advances it to their offensive end. On the right-hand side, Hayes trying to spin move. They're on help side defense, though, as Reagan Getz, who's just checked in. Back to Hayes inside. She has it stripped away by Maddie Harris. Harris up the floor, Slazner. Slazner on the runaway. Right-handed layup is good. That was a break by Southeast of Saline.
A great defensive play that started from Eleniana Copeland D'ing up, and then Maddie Harris ripping the ball away, getting it up to Slazner.
Here's a pitch out. Stout for three. That kisses the front of the rim. No good. Long rebound at the free throw line. Taken by Slazner. Slazner automatically turns her head up the floor. Goes to Harris. Reverse layup won't go. And the rebound taken in by Abilene. Alice Bathurst got the lay-in. Boy, that would have been something.
Well, the great thing that you got to see from Southeast is ripping the ball away 2 times. You know, I think that's one thing you have to question every once in a while. I don't want to say question, but it's the strength of this team. Like, are they strong enough to make a run, you know, against some of those bigger, stronger teams?
Mallory Pearson just had a dribble go off of her shoe. It goes out of bounds, and it will go to Abilene now, who will inbound along their baseline. Southeast of Saline's had 4 turnovers here early on in this third quarter. Abilene's only committed 2. Abilene, though, still trailing by 17. That's the biggest margin of the day so far. Brielle Potacek back into the game. Lexi Jacobson, Reagan Getz, Eleniana Copeland, and Carson Slazner. Lob pass inside to Clara Danifer, and she is fouled. Clara will go to the free throw line. 2 free throws coming up for her.
It looks like the foul's going to be on freshman Lexi Jacobson. It looked like she just got caught in a bad spot. It looked like she was straight up, but her body was already into the shooter. And, you know, we'll see right now with the Danifer with 2 shots.
3:04 left to go here in the third quarter. Clara Danifer's first free throw is up and good. That foul on Jacobson is her second. Mallory Pearson, Avery Castleman have 3. Maddie Harris, Lexi Jacobson have 2 for Southeast of Saline. Second free throw by Danifer is up, no good. Hayes got the rebound, though, for Abilene. Her putback is no good. Now a rebound bounces out to the corner, secured by Reagan Getz for Southeast. Up the floor to Slazner. Now to Eleniana Copeland. Elena changes direction, drops it in over the front of the rim, and scores another 2. 18 points for Eleniana Copeland. And that is a new career high for her.
Well, the great thing, Devin, she caught the ball 20 feet away from the bucket, and she had one mission, that was to get to the basket, and she did just that.
Spin move on the inside by Lillard. She'll kick it out to Danifer, who's standing out free throw line extended at the 3-point line. Now a drive to the basket by Lillard, a bump, and a foul will be called. Lillard will go back to the free throw line for 2. Little history on Eleniana Copeland, the 5'7" junior, now with 18 points. Her career high, 17 points. That was last year as a sophomore against Ellsworth. She had 13 points. That was her season high against Hutch Trinity at the Sterling Tournament last week. Abby Lillard's first free throw is up and good.
Well, Devin, there's been conversation about, from Coach Smith trying to get Elena away from foul trouble and getting her to play more on the perimeter defensively, and she didn't do that tonight. And if you look at the foul, Elena's got 0, and she's got a tough matchup. And it's just funny how those things work out.
And she's not a girl that traditionally gets into foul trouble when you look over her career, but it has happened a lot in the last couple of games just because she's had some tough matchups.
Extremely tough matchups. She's someone that's, when she's on the perimeter, she causes issues. When she's down low, she causes issues as Southeast Saline turns the ball over right there. But what a great job she's done tonight, with a tough matchup, playing perimeterly, most of the time down low and not getting any fouls.
Three-pointer put up by Hayes. That's no good for Abilene after the turnover for Southeast. They whip it back inside to Danifer. Couple of dribbles. Now she kicks it out. Here's another three-pointer. That's no good. And Brielle Potacek gets the rebound here for Southeast of Saline. Up the floor to Reagan Getz. Getz throws the ball over the defense to Slazner. Slazner wants to drive. She gets in on the left-hand side. Off the window. Too strong. No good. Ball on the floor. It's going to be picked up by Chase Gilpin. Back out to Slazner. Through the defense. Getz. 16-foot jumper off the front of the rim. There's Slazner again with the rebound. And Carson is hammered, and she'll go to the line. Boy, Carson, I think, went from block to free throw line to block in about 3 seconds that time.
On a mission right there. Great baseline drive by Carson, a bit too strong on the shot, and then you just see chaos ensues, and it's funny how hustle and athleticism usually ends up with the basketball, as Carson did right there.
See if Carson can get a couple here at the free throw line. The first one ends up short. 5 points so far in the quarter for Carson Slazner. She has 8 points. She is 1 of 2 now from the free throw line. Second free throw on the way. That's also no good. Lexi Jacobson, though, gets the rebound. There's a three-pointer put up by Slazner. That's no good. Ball slapped out of bounds. It will go off Abilene. It'll go off Southeast of Saline over to Abilene. Abilene sets it inbound. Southeast of Saline, full court pressure. 1:27 left to play. Third quarter. As Slazner pokes it away, it goes out of bounds in the corner. Abilene will have to try again. Abilene gets it in. Ditto has it. Dropped the ball momentarily. Now gets it back. Plays it over to Clements. Clements will bring it across the timeline. Brielle Potacek there. A pass whipped inside. Reagan Getz came streaking through the lane. Had to go off her fingertips and out of bounds. It will stay with Abilene. They'll inbound underneath their own basket.
Well, Devin, we talked about Elena, and obviously Carson had a great SIT, Sterling Invitational tournament. Reagan Getz, what a great tournament she had. She did so many things defensively. She did so many things offensively that I think she's just going to grow from. She creates so many mismatch problems right there. She showed that, her speed down low, it's a tough play for an offense to handle.
Three-pointer put up by Abilene. That's no good from Lillard. Inside fighting for the rebound is Danifer. In the lane for a really long time. She was doing a good job keeping that ball away from the defense, but just got caught camping in the lane and turns it over to Southeast of Saline for the third time in the quarter for Abilene. Under a minute left to play here in the third. Southeast of Saline has it back now, leading by 16. Slazner plays the left to Reagan Getz. Skip pass over the top to Potacek. Brielle tried to go inside to Gilpin and telegraph that pass, and it's taken away. Abilene may have the last crack at it here. 40 seconds left to go. Libby with the basketball. Now they'll swing it around. Ends up with Ditto in the corner. Now back to Clements up top. Danifer a pass inside, went off her forearm, and it was saved from going out of bounds by Reagan Getz. Inside to Lexi Jacobson. Shauna Smith's going to ask Carson Slazner to apply the brakes here. She brings it across the timeline with 22 seconds left. Working our way towards the end of the third quarter. Getz has it. Back to Slazner, standing on that Abilene logo at center court, down to 12. And it's now stolen away. Reagan Ditto took it away. Clock down to 7. Ditto on a run out. Slazner there to contest, and the layup is good. A steal and a layup, and now Abilene takes it away off the inbounds. Nearly scored again. Reagan Ditto gets her first basket of the night. 28-14. Southeast of Saline maintains their lead as we go to the fourth and final quarter. You're listening to Lady Trojan Basketball as they take on the Abilene Cowgirls, and it's brought to you by Smart Insurance.
PRP, or platelet-rich plasma injection therapy, has received quite a bit of attention since its use by many professional athletes. Professional football players like Peyton Manning and Jamal Charles have used PRP therapy for sports injuries and to avoid surgery. But you don't have to be a world-class athlete with millions of dollars for this cutting-edge therapy. PRP is available to you in the Saline Pain Clinic. Call the doctors for a consultation and see if this treatment is right for you. See them at 200 South 5th in the Saline Surgical Arts Center.
At Commercial Tire Centers, we know you have many places to be and lots of things to see. Your tires are everything, and we are here to serve you. From the smallest lawnmower tire to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck and commercial tires, call Commercial Tire. Oil changes, suspension service, alignment, too many things to mention. The trusted tire experts are at Commercial Tire Center.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Devin Haney, Tyler Smith back here. Abilene High School, 28-14, southeast of Saline, has the Abilene Cowgirls doubled up. Cowgirls will start out with the basketball. Slazner, Pearson, Yanakopoulos, Harris, Castleman, and a clean steal up top by Carson Slazner. Now she's going to go to the cup, try to score. She will, and got the one. Got the bump and the bucket. Tyler Shook's going to go to the free throw line for a three-point play.
Well, that's exactly what you need to get going. You always want to see Carson get that. Carson works so hard on both ends of the basketball court. You like to see those easy buckets. That's something that Carson hasn't had, come to her that many times this season. Those easy buckets, those runaway layups. It's nice to see her get the bump and the bucket right there.
Slazner to the free throw line, gets the free throw. That's the second time in this game. She's got the and one, and now she's in double digits with 11. 31-14, this back to a 17-point lead. That's been the biggest of the game by Southeast of Saline so far. They've had the 17-point advantage twice. And another near turnover for Abilene as Slazner had a hit off her hand behind her head, had to turn her body and get all the way to the sideline. Couldn't quite get there, and it will stay with Abilene. Hayes sets to inbounds. Throws it all the way to the far side of the floor to Leiby. Now inside for a shot that's put up and no good. Another rebound off the miss by Lillard. That's no good. Now Pearson has it, and she is fouled. 4 team fouls against the Abilene Cowgirls. Abby Lillard collects her first.
Well, and Abilene's going to just kick themselves when they watch film. They've had plenty of opportunities down low, just not converting on those easy buckets. It's going to haunt them tonight. Hopefully as the season goes, Abilene will be able to hit those. Make some of these games a little bit closer. But they have opportunities down there.
Slazner with the basketball, looking at a 3-2 zone. Slazner will go to the right-hand side now. Throw a pass back left to Maddie Harris. Yanakopoulos now in the kind of tough to guard spot for the zone. She was in that soft area right inside the three-point line off the lane to the right, and then Mallory Pearson came over and took up the block. That put the defense in a bad spot, and they had to foul Pearson.
When you start looking at, this is the stalest, we've seen Southeast Saline offense look against not a great team, with all due respect. And so this could be a carbon copy. They're going to see this from league teams that get film of this, because if you go pound for pound, I don't think anybody can match up with Southeast Saline athletically. So they're going to look for little ways that they can maybe slow down this offense.
Maddie Harris drives the paint. Now throws a pass over the top of the defense to the right-hand side. Now back to Yanakopoulos for a 2. Elena Yanakopoulos has 20 in this game. And there's your jack-in-the-box going off, Tyler. Tonight it's Elena Yanakopoulos, and there's another 20. Now a spot that got thrown out here off the rebound. It ends up with Maddie Harris, and Harris got tripped up as she was trying to make her way to the other end and start a fast break. And it's another foul on Abilene.
Well, Devin, we spoke so much early about how you needed to get easy buckets to get going on, and Elena hasn't had an easy bucket yet. She got started with a three-pointer, and she's carried on, with that mid-range game. She's fought hard for some buckets down low. She's really showing what she can do offensively, scoring the basketball.
Southeast turns it over on their offensive end. Now we go back the other way. Southeast had 8 turnovers in the third quarter. Right now, they currently lead by their biggest margin of the night of 19 points. Clements set to inbounds. And it's going to be stolen away. Boy, she threw it right to Avery Castleman that time. 4th turnover for Abilene. Here comes Southeast up the floor. Harris is going to give it right back to him, though. Southeast has had some uncharacteristic times tonight where they've tried to pass it right through a defender. You know, one of those things where you're standing there with the ball above your head and the defender has their arms up and you try to throw it through there anyway. There's Danifer inside going to work. She's going to attract a slight triple team. Kicks it out to a shooter. And a rebounding foul will be called on Clements as Mallory Pearson had position on the rebound for Southeast of Saline. That will be a 1-and-1 opportunity coming up for Mallory Pearson.
Well, and quickly as that foul's called, this is where you want to make that step. I mean, you don't want to play down to where another team is. You know, we talked about that a little bit off air. You got to continue with your fundamentals. You got to ball fake it. You can't give easy turnovers. You see Coach Smith giving that little ball fake turnover right there. I mean, you've got to continue with your fundamentals and pound teams that you should pound.
Mallory Pearson's free throw is up and good.
And you hate to say that people get up for certain games and not up for others, but there's been a lack of concentration from the Southeast Saline team tonight.
Second free throw on the way. Rattles in and out, no good. A 1-2 trip for Pearson. She's extended the Southeast of Saline lead up to 20, 34-14. The JV game earlier tonight was all Southeast of Saline as well. Some of the girls, of course, that appeared in the junior varsity game also appearing here in the varsity game because of youth. Maddie Harris is one of them. Here's a three-pointer put up by Lillard. That's no good. Maddie Harris is down the floor all by herself. Pearson can't see her, though. And now, I'm going to say Pearson stepped out of bounds, I think.
Mallory Pearson has been bad luck of apparently a smaller court. She's got called
a
couple times for turnovers staying on the end line. But again, you know what Mallory Pearson's going to do? She's going to buckle down and she's going to D up Allison Libby right here. Well, or it looks like number 40 we don't have down is going to sub in for. She's going to D her up like she's never D'd up anybody before because that's what Mallory Pearson does night in, night out.
Here's a steal off the inbounds. Slazner took it away. 5 turnovers in the half now for Abilene. 34-14. Castleman over in the corner off the feed from Slazner. Now back to Maddie Harris. Harris will drive, collect the defense. Out to Castleman. 3-pointers and air ball. And it's going to land up down low with Abilene. Here come the Cowgirls back the other way as we approach the 5-minute mark left to play in this game. Another near steal by Southeast of Saline. Stout has it up top. Now left-hand side to Danifer. Danifer now, little up and under move. We'll play it back to Stout. 3-pointer high off the window is no good. And a backside rebound taken in by Avery Castleman. Castleman in the middle of the floor goes right to Eleniana Copeland. Stop and pop from 10. Elena's shot goes in. She has been super aggressive with that Sterling tournament and also the way she's playing offense here tonight. 22 points as she continues to extend that new career high. Pearson on the defense. Creates another turnover. Eleniana Copeland takes it away from the Cowgirls. 4:16 left to play. 36-14. Elena, looks like she might go inside again. She does so on a pass to Pearson. Goes through Mallory's hands, and Avery Castleman comes in to bail her out. This is going to be a jump ball situation. Arrow at the table, we'll say Southeast of Saline. Lexi Jacobson back in. She'll replace Maddie Harris.
I'll tell you what, watching film tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun for Elena. I mean, she's doing it on both ends of the court. She's doing it, inside, outside. She's dishing the ball. She's doing the ugly stuff. She's getting rewarded with the pretty stuff. It's not often that you can watch a film and see a lot of positive, as many positives as she's seeing as she pulls up from 15 and misses off the back iron.
Pearson, though, will get the rebound for Southeast of Saline. She'll play it back out to Eleniana Copeland between the circles. Lexi Barnes in the game for Abilene. Here's a drive by Slazner. Her shot is up, no good. Gets her own rebound, though. Can't score that. Now knocked to the floor off the second rebound. Carson, from her backside, plays a bounce pass, and they're going to call a 3-second violation. Carson, they're doing everything she can. Now she's going to come out of the game as Maddie Harris will replace her.
And I think it's difficult as to, Carson wants to play every second of every game. Mm-hmm. You have 4 minutes left. The game is secure. She hates sitting, but you've got to rest her. I mean, the big stretch is still coming up. You got to give her some time off.
Here's a Drive to the paint by Lillard. She's going to kick it out for a long two-pointer for Reagan Diddle that's no good. Here comes Eleniana Copeland out of the pack with the rebound. Left-handed dribble up the left-hand sideline. Now to Lexi Jacobson. She wants to drive. Puts a shot up. Might have gotten fouled, but she also wasn't in a great spot either, and Abilene's going to bring the rebound away.
And you see Lexi's extremely aggressive. As soon as she learns that maybe there's a little hesitation there, go off 1 foot, a couple more moves to her offensive arsenal, she's going to be tough to handle down there.
Lillard with the basketball. She'll play it now to Barnes. Barnes to Stout. Stout to Ditto. Ditto just off the left-hand elbow. Plays it back to Lexi Barnes. Pass inside, tipped out by Jacobson. Going to be kept, though, by Abilene as they beat the defense to it. Grace Randalls secures the ball, and a 6th team foul will be called here against Southeast of Saline with 2:41 left to play. Looks like they're going to tag Mallory Pearson for this. This will be her 4th. Yanakopoulos comes out. Avery Castleman comes out for Southeast of Saline. Reagan gets back into the game. And also, Maddie Harris. Carson Slazner back in. Down low, nice little finish as Abby Lillard had Mallory Pearson pinned down there. But Mallory right back inside, feeds Lexi Jacobson for 2. Lexi gets rid of the ball so fast out of her hands, it barely sits there at all.
She does. If you give it to her in any scoring position, in her mind, every position is a scoring position. She's going to put it up. As you see Lillard with
Lillard
another.
Scores again for Abilene. Brielle Potachik sitting at the table. She wants to come back in at the next whistle. Reagan has it on the right wing. Little give and go here with Slazner. Slazner drives right by a defender. Left her shot short, and now she gets her own rebound, though. Goes back. She'll be knocked to the floor again. Carson Slazner back to the free throw line for 2.
And we've now seen a couple, streaking bucket opportunities for Southeast Saline. You wonder if Coach Smith just pulled those girls aside for that, the quick time that they were out and drew something up, or to remind them to go back to, that streaking offense. We've seen 2 easy opportunities, and they're going to lead to a couple opportunities right here.
Carson's first free throw is up and good. She's 2 for 2 here in this 4th quarter from the free throw line. 12 points so far for Carson Slazner. Brielle Potachik back in. She'll join Harris, Jacobson, Getz, and also Carson Slazner, who's at the free throw line. Second free throw on the way from Carson, also in. Southeast of Saline has 40. Abilene has 18. 2 minutes left to play. This non-league contest. We didn't know if this game was going to get made up or not. I think all hope had been abandoned that we were going to make it up from back in December. Of course, the Southeast and Abilene boys were able to play that on that night. But here we are. Weather playing a key role in this matchup tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, who'd have thought with everything going on right now, Mother Nature is still undefeated. Still put these 2 teams together as opposed to the games they were supposed to have. It again, tip of the cap to everybody involved to get this thing going. Let's get these kids as many games as they possibly can play.
And really, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at Southeast of Saline, there's Maddie Harris on a 3. That's no good. Abilene with the rebound. When you look at the league contest and trying to go for that league championship, nothing's really going to hurt Southeast of Saline if that Republic County game doesn't get made up, because you're 3-0 at this point.
You play yourself in a driver's seat, and that's exactly what Southeast has done. And whatever you can play, obviously you want to go out and win it. And I think they're extremely confident against every team they will play. But yeah, you're exactly right. You're in the driver's seat, and you put yourselves in that situation. Everybody else got to catch up and figure out what they're going to do with you.
We all know some of the things that happen when you go to that gym in Belleville. They're not always good for the visiting team. That might be a game that you really are pretty fortunate not to have.
Well, and Devin, today's the perfect example of what seems to happen every gosh darn time Southeast Saline goes. It's a snow day. You don't know if you're going to go. If you are going to go, the hour-and-a-half trip takes 2.5 hours because you're dealing with weather. You're out of school early. All of a sudden you get there, the gym's half full. It's the loudest band in the state of Kansas. It's a tough place to play. And, Belleville and Republic County, they're successful because of that.
Brielle Potachik at the free throw line drains the front end of a 1-and-1. That's her first point of the night. The foul for Abilene was on Allison Leiby. That is her 4th. Ashlyn Johnson wants to check in if Brielle can knock this one down. Second free throw on the way. She does. A couple of really nice free throws there for Brielle Potachik. She's been pretty good on the season. She's 7 of 9.
Well, we talked about earlier, again, at halftime it wasn't pretty, but again, you don't always win pretty games. It's nice to be in that position where, and I think we've seen more offensive, fluidity in this second half. The defense is still playing well. There's a steal right there. And you're starting to see that, things are coming together a little bit more after halftime.
Here's Ashlyn Johnson inside, picks one up off the deck, and she's able to score it. Johnson with her first bucket. Also in there, Morgan Albrecht for Southeast of Saline, Chase Gilpin, Reagan Getz, along with Brielle Potacek.
Well, and on the bench, it was Eleniana Copeland who was the first one up, flexing, looking at Ashlyn Jacobson. I love seeing what happens when a player just busted their backside for the entire game to see how much they celebrate for their teammates. It's always the greatest thing about any sports, especially high school sports.
Some of these quote-unquote reserves for Southeast of Saline are making things happen. They've generated 2 steals and have scored 5 points as Reagan Getz now cans a three-pointer. 47-18. Boy, this may be a 30-burger by the time it's over with. Southeast of Saline continues to pour it on here with 5 of their girls that played the JV game earlier this evening. And a turn and a drive by Clara Danifer. She is fouled. Danifer will go to the free throw line. 1 of 2 so far in this game. She'll get a couple of shots here. Reagan Getz will get the foul, her second.
Danifer to the line.
13 seconds left. Claire's first free throw up and no good. The next 3 for Southeast of Saline, 2 of them league contests. We'll have Friday night at home against Ellsworth, and Tuesday night, a week from tonight, we will be at home for Sacred Heart. Then, 10 days from now, on the road to take on Chapman, another NCKL school.
And we expect louder crowds, more people, potentially. It should be a lot of fun.
Starting on the 29th, Reagan Getz scores again. And Getz has 5, and that is the end of this game. So it did end up being a 30 spot for Southeast of Saline as the Lady Trojans pull away at the end. They controlled this game all the way through. Their biggest lead comes at the final buzzer of 31 points. Southeast of Saline beats the Abilene Cowgirls here on their home floor, 49-18. When we come back, we'll have stats from this game, also a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the game, as we round out this contest. A successful one on the road. Southeast of Saline now 7-5 on the season. They dropped Abilene to 2-8. The postgame report brought to you by L&L Advisors is up next, 49-18. Southeast of Saline wins it on the road here on KINA.